What's going on with the spring Texas real estate market? Is it a good time to sell or is it a good time to buy? Or if you're thinking about buying right now, can you actually find a home to buy? We're going to take a deep dive into all of the numbers next. Hi, I'm Wente, a realtor with Better Homes and Gardens, Greene. And this channel is all about spring Texas. It's homes, it's neighborhoods, it's lifestyle, and all things real estate. So if that's the kind of content that you're looking for, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that bell so that you'll get instantly notified when new videos come out, which is every week. So what we're ready to talk about is what's going on with the spring Texas real estate market. Now, you probably heard inventory is down, and we are hearing it to be down on a state-by-state basis, anywhere from 10% to up to 62% fewer homes on the market this year, 2021 versus 2020. Okay, so what's happening locally? What's happening in spring? So I'm going to talk to you about 3 different zip codes: 77386, which is over to the east side of 45, 77388, which is on the west side of 45, and then 77379, which is also on the west side of 45 next to 77388. So on 77386, listing inventory this month, March, versus last year, 52% fewer homes on the market this year. 77388, 51% fewer homes on the market. 77379, 52% fewer homes on the market this year. So we are definitely experiencing low inventory. There's not nearly as many homes out there to choose from, and the demand is high. So let's talk then about months of inventory. And what is months of inventory before we get into it? Months of inventory is the number of homes that's currently on the market, and we look at past sales and say, okay, based upon past sales, how many months will it take for all the homes to be sold based upon no new homes coming on the market? So months of inventory, we're experiencing for those same 3 zip codes, we're experiencing months of inventory to be between 0.1 up to 2.4 months of inventory. So what does that really mean when you look at inventory? And that's in the 1.5 million price range or lower. 6 months of inventory is considered to be a balanced market. So when we're sitting at 7, 8, 9 months of inventory, that's definitely a buyer's market. Now, we had buyer's markets. We had buyer's markets back in 2008, 2009, 2010. I lived through those. It was not fun representing sellers back in those years. We had a lot of homes on the market. Buyers could take their time making decisions regarding those homes. They didn't feel like they had the pressure to make a decision like they have now because of the high demand and because of the low inventory. 6 months, again, is considered a balanced market. So when we're sitting less than 3 months and 0.1 months of inventory, we're not in a seller's market. We are in a super seller's market right now. And the sellers are definitely dictating the terms out there. And we are seeing much more aggressive terms than we've ever seen, and I've never experienced this super seller's market. Currently in the marketplace, we're experiencing high demand and low inventory. High demand, that has been occurring because we have a lot of first-time home buyers wanting to get into the marketplace because they are seeing these interest rates that are just so ridiculously low. They're still around 3%, and they want to lock them in for a 30-year term frame. I can understand it. I mean, I bought my first house and back in the early 1990s, and back then the interest rate was 10%, and that was a good interest rate. So these interest rates are just ridiculously low, and it has brought out the buyers. The other thing is that we have seen buyers, after living in their home here during the pandemic, their needs have changed. And these open floor plans, just not working quite as well. They're looking for places to be on Zoom calls. They're looking for that person to be able to have an enclosed study. So their needs have changed, and they're out in the marketplace wanting to change. What are we seeing as far as what's driving the low inventory? What's driving the low inventory is actually 2 main things. Is that one, we still haven't seen as many houses come on the market And we're thinking part of that is because people still are not 100% comfortable with where we're at with the COVID pandemic. Another one is the supply of available homes from new construction. Now, the builders did a lot of overbuilding back in 2007, 2008, 2009, when then we had the credit crunch. We would used to be able to go into those new construction subdivisions and we could go and look at 7, 8, 9 inventory homes. That is not the case right now. The builders are putting very few inventory homes on the market. We have lots of land for them to build on. They are just have dialed it back, and then we ran into a disruption in the supply chain because, again, of the pandemic. So low inventory and high demand certainly has impacted our sales price to list price ratio. Our sales price to list price ratio for those 3 zip codes, 77386, 77388, and 77379, for the month of March, the median sales price to list price was 100%, meaning that 50% of the sales occurred less than 100%, 50% occurred over 100%. So if you've been hearing from your neighbors or your family members that, gosh, you can't even put in an offer these days at 100% of the list price and secure that property, well, then that's true, because we're seeing 50% of them sold for higher than that. Now on 77386, the highest one as far as the sales price to list price ratio was 14%. That particular sale was 14% over the list price, and it was $21,000 over. On 77379, it was 6% was the highest one. 6%, that buyer had to bid 6% over that list price to secure that property, and that was $35,000 over that list price. So that gives you some idea as far as what it's like out there to be out buying a home right now. So you're gonna have to be on your A game. If you're out there buying, you need to figure out as far as exactly how attractive you can make your offer to these sellers. Are you going to be waiving the home warranty? Are you going to pay for the owner's title policy? Are you going to shorten the option period? Instead of doing 10 days, you're going to do 7 days, you're going to do 5 days. Are you going to increase your earnest money? Maybe instead of doing the traditional 1%, are you offering them 2%? And that's the way on how you're going to have to be able to compete in this super sellers market that we're experiencing. And so if you've got questions about Spring, Texas, about the market, about buying a home, selling a home, or you're thinking about relocating here, then shoot me a text, give me a call. My number is 281-804-8626. I'd be happy to help you out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.